Okay, so I'm just going to go through the basics of Ace real quick for what mod set we're currently using. We're currently using the older version of Ace, 12.6 I think it is, in a basic mode. What I've done is I've just went to the editor, placed down a guy, and some boxes. I typed in Ace and spawned in some medical boxes, which should be here, basic and advanced. What I'm going to do actually real quick is I'm going to make myself a medic. Let's say this guy, and I'm going to just spawn in a couple of friends that I can shoot at. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to use the Ace menus first, and then what each item does, etc. I'm going to get rid of this balaclava. It sucks. So, if you hold Windows, you can interact with other objects. This includes carrying, dragging. Some objects you cannot carry and drag because they're too heavy, which just means they've got too many items in them. You have your advanced interactions like opening lids, unflipping vehicles and stuff if you have that mod loaded. And then you can also open as well as access the Ace arsenal. You'd also interact with other people using the Windows key, so you can medical them. You can open up their medical menu, which I'll get to in a second. And you can also join their group, as well as giving them some magazines and stuff. You can also do plenty of other things, as well as dragging and carrying them if they are unconscious. So, if you hold Ctrl and Windows, the first menu was just Windows. If you hold Ctrl and Windows, you get this plethora of things you can choose from. I'm going to be going through the medical menu and the medical tab for the moment, and the equipment later, just because these other ones are not really relevant to you at all. So, a lot of people I know use the medical menu. This is just easier for them. So, here you have your body. You can only inject auto-injectors into your arms and your legs. So if you want to try to give yourself morphine, you need to click on these body parts. Here you can see how damaged different body parts are. If I was shot, a body part could be yellow, which indicates it's got a bleed. If it's red, it indicates it's got multiple bleeds or a heavy bleed. So you click on the body part that's bleeding, and you got all your tabs up here. You got your bandages and your medication. We're going to start bandaging our hypothetical bleed on our left arm. Just going to click bandage there. It'll take a second, and there we go. It would be bandage, and you can see in the activity log it tells you what people are doing to you. So you can also go through this menu. I'm holding Ctrl and Windows still and dragging my mouse over to this menu. For some people it may be where you look opens up a menu. I have it changed in my add-on settings because I personally prefer just the cursor. This also helps when prone, because you can't look further down when you're prone. That can be an issue. So say if we wanted to medical left arm, we can also do it through here. The exact same process. It's all based on preference. Okay, say we are in pain, which you can see. We can do an actual medical demonstration. Oh wow, that went really far. Actual demonstration. If I can actually manage to get in pain and hit by a grenade. Okay, there we go. I've been pretty fucked. So, medical menu. I'm going to go into my head. Bandage. As you will see, there's only one bleed. My head is now white, but it says here it's still bleeding. If you're colorblind like me, it's better just to look at the right and see if it says bleeding or not, because I find it difficult to see if I am still bleeding or not through this medical menu, which is why I prefer using the quick context menu through this thing. But it's all a matter of preference. So now you can see in our context menu we're all white, which means we're not bleeding, and in here we're all white, which means we're not bleeding. You can see it says we're in pain here, and our screen is kind of going a bit wacky. It's because we are in pain. I'm going to select some of our limbs and inject morphine, which will dull the pain. We don't have overdosing on, so 2 or 3 if you're in pretty severe pain will do. Just keep on injecting until it goes away. It will usually work. Over time as well, the pain will also go away. Now we're all sorted out on that front. What about other people? Oh wow, he died real quick. So, if this man was alive and we went and met him, let's say he's been bleeding out for a while, and we just found him, we're going to bandage him in the leg. to stop the bleeding. And then we're just going to go into one of his limbs. This won't work on torso. As you can see, we don't have the give blood or inject things option onto him. If he was still unconscious and not dead, we'd have to give him some blood. You can also see how much blood he might be missing through the medical menu. It doesn't say it here because he kind of died like instantly. But you would give blood here. And then your screen also goes grayer the more blood you're missing, if that makes any sense. So you can see through your medical menu if you're missing blood here on this right side where it says overview. So go to your medic, ask for blood, and then once he's given you enough blood, inject epinephrine. Everyone can use epinephrine, which will kickstart someone and wake them up. If they wake up and they're in severe pain or they do not have enough blood, they will go back to unconsciousness, and you can only wake them up like 3 times before they full die, so don't do that. See if I can get one of these guys to
Check
go
your
unconscious.
goddamn fire!
Wow, this guy... Okay, never mind. Whatever. So, I'm gonna go through the items real quick. You got your basic bandages. This is just in here. Bandage. That's all you'll ever need. Bandage, regarding bandages. Wow, brain fart. You got your morphine, which gets rid of pain. See in our limbs there. You got your epinephrine, which will unconscious people. It will revive them in a sense. And then you also have your blood. You can't give blood to yourself, so it's always a good idea to have 2 medics on your team, so they are able to give blood to each other. Which is nice. Okay, 1000 milliliter, 500 and 250. It doesn't really matter which one you take, but more blood the merrier. You can take lots of less blood. It might take a lot longer to give it to someone, but you'll be able to kind of micromanage it in a sense. Now, despite using basic medical, some of the items in advanced medical actually have uses. So, tourniquets. If I was bleeding in, let's say, my right leg, I would be able to tourniquet it by going into bandages, and there will be a tourniquet option there. Seeing as I am not bleeding, I do not have that option. Plasma works as an alternative for blood, which I believe should be enabled on the server, if not here. It's not enabled here. That's fine. Or is it saline? I think it's both. Yeah, both work as a supplement, but it is not enabled on my client. You got your different medical stuff. None of this matters. A person like it will just kind of fully heal someone, but we don't need that because we are using basic. So I won't bother going through any of this stuff, apart from body bags. Now body bags, we got a dead guy. This is purely kind of situational, and you can place in body bag through using the Windows key. There you go. You got a guy in a body bag that you can drag around and stuff. This will kill people if you kind of drag it into them. Might be able to do it with the AI here. I've definitely been killed by someone flinging around a body bag like an idiot, like that. So don't do that. This is Arma, and Arma sucks. You can also check dog tags, but that's kind of just like super, you know, like in-depth situational stuff. Like if you're looking for a down general, you can go into dog tag and check. Like James Abbey, he's a general we need. Take the dog tag, and there you go. Dog tag is now in our inventory. Amazing. So that's pretty much it for Ace, I believe. It's what you can interact with using each button is very situational. Objects you can interact with less than players and vehicles sometimes. But you can also carry and drag players. I can't show you because none of these guys want to go unconscious unless this guy would do me the favour. No. But yeah, that's pretty much basic Ace. Yeah. Amazing.